What's up, YouTube? This is Jesse.
And Anthony, how you guys doing today?
Good. We're the Star Wars Blue Harvest guys, just here to chat with you about the latest episode of Rebels and a few new things going on in the Star Wars universe. So, here we go.
Well, first of all, this month was the last episode of the Vader comic, and if you have not checked this run out, it's really good, but not to mention this last cover.
Yeah, this cover is why I really wanted to bring this up. I really wanted to give credit to Juan Jimenez. If I'm saying that wrong, forgive me, but I loved this cover. I'm about 8 issues into a 25-issue run of Darth Vader. It's interesting that Marvel is canceling it or changing to something different. But man, this cover is beautiful. You've got well-detailed X-Wings in the front. You've got Vader's face. And then do you see the little top of the helmet?
Yeah, that's the thing right there that just stood out to me, the way it blended in.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not done with this run. We're eventually going to try and get caught up on the Star Wars books. But, you know, this cover just instantly screamed, I had to give credit to the guy who drew it. And, you know, it was the first couple issues the Darth Vader book runs in parallel with Jason Aaron's Star Wars book, and both have been very good. It's for me, Disney has upped the output for individual issues for most of their Marvel books, where it seems like we're getting about 18 issues a year of your standard book, like whatever title you're following, rather than 12. I feel the art can suffer at points because of that, and it also has led to like my backlog just being overrun, and have a bit of fatigue with it.
Yeah.
But eventually, guys, we're going to get caught up with the Star Wars comic. Check them out. The Darth Vader run that we've seen so far is great. The Star Wars issues are great. And again, just bringing you all things Star Wars. Oh, the interesting point that you brought up, Anthony, is what did you read about the comic?
Oh, yes. Well, this one ends this month, obviously, and then I believe in December they start with Dr. Alphara. That would be what was that? First couple of issues, the girl that Vader kind of got to help her and had the killer droids.
Yeah. She was kind of like an evil or somewhat like seemed like a Lara Croft carrier, like a character,
she was kind of like
a Tomb Raider,
like a bounty hunter / thief.
Yeah, you know, and had those really great murderous droids.
Yeah, so she's getting a run. That should be pretty cool. And then on Tuesday, the Ahsoka novel dropped. I haven't got a chance to start on it. I plan on starting on it probably tomorrow, and I'll hope to have that done by next week.
Yeah, well, and hopefully we'll get a discussion about that before Rogue One hits. But in the meantime, let's turn over to the episode of Rebels, Heras Heroes. So it opened for me with, you know, the speeder bikes.
Yeah, I love the speeder bikes.
Everyone loves the speeder bikes, but the bike troopers, man, that costume.
Yeah, those were probably one of my favorites, and it's probably just because, like, in A New Hope and also in Empire Strikes Back, you really only had the regular stormtroopers, and then you did have the snowtroopers, but
the snowtroopers don't. Nothing about that really. Yeah, it doesn't jump out and grab.
To me, they look like white versions of the Emperor's guards.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Just the elongated helmets, but yeah, I always liked the scout troopers. Something about them, and the speeder bikes were just always awesome.
Right. I mean, so much of this was iconic, and it's interesting how they're weaving it in, and in the prequels, you're seeing the development of the technology, and I really appreciate all of that. So anyway, the episode opens. You've got speeder bikes chasing Twi'leks on, you know, big mouth dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think those were a combination of a tadpole mating with a tauntaun.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's or this is the hairless version of a tauntaun.
I don't.
It's all filthy, but
yeah, I don't want to think about a hairless tauntaun. Well, and it's interesting because you're seeing a time jump again on this Twi'lek planet from. You know, it showed up in Clone Wars. It showed up in.
Did they even say what planet this was? I'm assuming this is Ryloth because.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's Ryloth.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, anything where they like Cham was big in the novel Lords of the Sith. He was one of the first people, like, that kind of were banded off, and they were trying to kill Vader and the Emperor.
So for me, yeah, that great speeder bike scene. You had this horrible looking, I called it a battle van of a hover tank. It just
it wasn't very detailed. It just kind of it looked like a shoebox.
It was kind of a cut corner, I felt. And then you had that where they're being swooped up by the ghosts, so that they're jumping in, and then there's the one speeder biker who makes it and follows them.
Yeah.
And then you get that little great line where Zev is taking off his helmet, or he's hey Ezra, do you have this one yet?
Yeah.
And it called back to that whole we're collecting stormtrooper gear for the fun of it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that.
But then we start to get to the crux of the episode, which is about, can Hera and her father and the team go rescue, they're calling it a Calicori or something like that. I mean, instantly I was like, oh God, we're risking our lives for a photo album.
Well, they didn't even really say what it was at first.
Right. So
it wasn't until she picks it up and you're like, hold on, they went to go get this totem pole.
Yeah, it looked like an abacus, one of those old counter money changer things of biblical times. All right. But what blindsided me with that is, so we're dealing with this cultural piece for Hera's family, and I did not remotely put together that this was going to play into Thrawn. This was the introduction episode of Thrawn. Outside of being happy I saw speeder bikes, it looked like it might have just been a filler episode. But wow, then we got to Thrawn.
Yeah, and you kind of see how he is. He's a very, snooty, looking down his nose. He knows that he is far smarter and far superior to anybody else that he's dealing with, and he has the utmost respect for his enemy. And it showed with the, when he's trying to talk to her, and he knew who she was. He knew who she was, and he knew what that was. And, he kind of let her know on a need-to-know basis and let the captain know. And then when the captain is, you can see he's an idiot. He doesn't know anything. He has no culture. He knows nothing about nothing. And he's
like the empire bigot of,
I'm here to she's just a dumb slave. She's a Twi'lek trash, whatever. And, he stifles him. And
well, so if you haven't seen the episode, so Hera gets captured by Thrawn and this other general as she's trying to escape her home, which was been invaded, which is why her dad was on the run at the beginning of the episode, and it's been occupied by Thrawn, and trying to rescue or save the family photo album. So near and dear.
It's like an heirloom,
right?
Yeah. So.
Which again, it played really well. It gave the character of Thrawn the chance to shine. Gave him good introduction. You got that. You've seen Marvel's Daredevil on Netflix, right?
Yep.
He got that Kingpin vibe to it. That intelligent, but I'm holding back this beast. This just complete if I unchain it.
Yeah.
I am a bad person.
I would really like to see that at some point in time where he snaps on somebody. I think that would make him even more menacing than he already kind of comes off.
Well, but yeah, I mean, he has to play enough like Vader and like the Emperor that they respect him, because again, this entire organization is.
I don't think this captain knows him. I don't think this captain knows knows about him. You can just kind of see that he's oblivious, even when they're getting away, and Thrawn is just like, that's fine. They can have their little victory. He more or less wanted to see how they were going to react to what he allowed them to react to. And he's going to use it against them in the future.
Well, and that's interesting to me, because going back to season 2, you have Siege of Lothal, where you have Vader and all of his plans to capture the Ghost crew and strain them. Right. This isn't about this little family photo album. This isn't about this little
care less
Ghost
about
crew.
6 people.
Yeah.
That's not even worth wasting his time on. He wants to see how they react.
So what do you think, that the finale of this season is going to be Siege of Lothal, but only Thrawn in the Vader role, and the whole of the rebellious fleet, Thrawn going after all of that. Do you think that's what we're going to get as far as the season finale? Because, I mean, we got 22 episodes. This is episode, I think, 5, technically, because of the two-parter. And, you know, what's the finale? Where are we heading?
I don't know. I really don't know. I could definitely see... I mean, there's going to have to be some, you know, ending cross between, you know, the Ghost Crew and him. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, you know, because we're gonna have another season, so he can't crush him.
Right, but obviously I mean, it's all a back and forth. Mm-hmm. I mean, through this period, we're going to see the rebellion build, even though they're going to take losses and things are going to get shook up. But we thank you guys for listening. Do you have any final thoughts or anything?
No, all in all, I really liked the episode. Thought it was good. More Thrawn is always good. I hope they dive in a lot more with him.
I like him a lot more than I like Maul. I really enjoy that more than Darth Maul.
I'm torn on Maul. I mean, there's a lot of things I like about him, but just the fact... there's just facts that I just can't get past.
You got to dig into the Clone Wars stuff where they brought him back and
I
they
know.
gave him like the
I've
creepy
seen a
personality
lot of those,
and all that noise. But
I've seen all those, and it's just... I just try to act like they're not even there.
Well, we certainly have enough homework to bring to the audience. A few things, some books. We got Rogue One coming. And you know what, guys? May the Force be with you. Thank you for listening.
Yep. And if you like what we're talking about, like, share, comment, subscribe, and may the Force be with you.